Hello, Professor Mary Jane Morrison and Megan Ringer. I'm George Matthew. I have completed my second internship with Eastside Marriott, and I'm here to speak about the experience that I have got during my internship period. Yes, to speak about the organization which I worked in, Eastside Marriott is an Italian restaurant, a family restaurant, which is having an approximate seating capacity of 150 people, and it has a bar too, and it is one of the busiest restaurants in Sydney. And I have started with Eastside Marriott as a host in the entry level position of a host, and then I moved on to uh, being an expo, like a food runner, and then as a server, and now with my second internship as a front of the house manager. I feel really glad that I got an opportunity to work with such an organization which considers its employees and motivates them to be better individuals and a better employee too. So right now I'm here in this position doing my internship, and I'm here to speak about that. So, being the front of the house manager, after being a server or expo or the host, I feel that it is completely a different world, because being at the front, not at the management team, it was completely different. The responsibilities were small, like very less, and we didn't have much stress or responsibility that we have to look into. Just need to take care of the tables and deal with the guests, and we're done. It was so easy. But being in the front of the house as a manager, so I realized that how important that position is, and how the responsibilities matter, and how dedicated and how flexible a manager should be. So considering the responsibilities, when I started my internship, I was taught to the opening of the restaurant, and that includes arranging the documentations for the opening. For example, for the host stand, we need the washroom checklist and the close contact details. Such forms need to be there in the front. And for the kitchen, I need to get the documents like CCP log and food temperature logs. And for the bar, the beer counts and such, there are a few bunch of documents that need to be ready in the morning. And once that is ready, I need to check on the food safety critical control points. So I do the temperature of all the sections, whichever food items is present. At least in each section, I'll have to temp at least two, and then mark it accordingly. And if it is not in the safe zone, we'll have to report it and do accordingly. So that is how it starts. And once the restaurant is open for dine-in, then before opening the restaurant for dine-in, I indulge in duties like allocating the sections for servers, and allocating some duties for the host too. Depends on the day and number of reservations. So I have to overlook the bar, the hosting area, the expo line, the kitchen, pizza salad, and the dish too. So it was altogether like I got an experience of handling the entire restaurant. So opening duties include this, and then the major part of it comes when the restaurant is open, and we'll have a lot of things to deal with, because there will be servers and hosts with doubts and concerns that how to do things. So for example, if we will not be able to accommodate 8 people, and we just have a table of 6, and what needs to be done, and exactly like I can't even, yeah, to be frank, I can't even imagine about what is the situation that doesn't come up, because every day is new experiences and challenges that we face in the restaurant industry. So I got to know that, and when I started, I felt really pressured, because I felt like coming from the server position and getting into the front of the house management team, it was like a hell lot of things. I felt like the world is so wide, and there is a lot much to look into than being a server. So it was a little kind of challenge for me, but I soon picked up, because I was trained very well. The manager Janet and the operating partner Janet, and as well as the manager Hoy, they tried their best to train me and put in a lot of informations and improve my skills, and that really helped me to be a person what I'm right now. So I'm now confident in handling the restaurant. I can open alone, and I can close the restaurant alone. And I feel that the challenges that I have faced in while working as a front of the house manager is dealing with the employees. So I never felt that this would be a challenge, but it is really a challenge because there are every day, day to day, I guess we need to, like being in the management team, we need to deal with at least 25 staff minimum. So, and during the weekends, it might go to 25 to 30 altogether. So otherwise, if it's not busy, at least 15 to 20. So everybody's from different backgrounds and different mental state, and they have their own concerns and personal issues and their needs and everything. So being in the management position, I realized that we need to have an ability to even understand people's needs, our employees' needs. It's not just that our work needs to be done, but beyond that, if we need to have a consistent employee with us, we need to take care of them too. We need to understand their needs, understand even their personal life. We have to even get into their personal, so that we have a rapport and then get things done. So it's all a knack. It's much more than what can be explained. And I realize that I have got that capability right now to handle people and to take care of a restaurant. So taking care of a restaurant seems to be very simple, but I realized it is an experience that anyone should have, because it certainly raises your limits. If you think that, for example, I used to think, this is what I can do, or this is the maximum I can do. But getting in here, at the same time I used to handle takeouts. I used to handle the long queues in the front when it is busy, and I need to take care of the bookings or phone calls which comes in. And moreover, if any complaint comes in, then the external vendors like Skip the Dishes, DoDash, and CB Eats. So everything comes up, and if there is any issue with anything, it's all at the end we are answerable. So I realize that we need to have that answer quick. So I'll not have much time to think about it, or study with that and then get back later. Few things need to be done then and there, and the decision making is a vital thing that I realized. You need to have that capability to make a decision at that moment. So if you're skeptical about it, then it consumes a lot of time and it would be a mess, because during the peak hours, that is only time, like even for the lunch as well as the dinner, there are peak hours. So in that peak hours, if you don't go in a flow, and if you lose that flow, and it is very difficult to manage until and unless the rush is over. So being in the flow and being attentive and being mindful is really, really, really important for this job role, and I realize that. So getting ample of rest, ample of sleep, and having being relaxed after the work is really important, so that you can be really productive next day. And food safety. So food safety is considered one of the most important thing, and I feel that we shouldn't compromise on anything. And I'm glad that even the management is like that. They don't push any of the employee to work against the food safety. So I feel that I am in a right place where the standards are being kept and being followed with no compromises in food safety and the quality that needs to be given to the guest. And moreover, I feel proud that I work in a company where we scored almost 96 for our food safety stereotech check, and we were one of the best in the entire Eastside Marriotts throughout the Canada. So I'm glad that I could be a part of this team too. And comparing to the work environment, so work environment here is really good. As far as I felt, that's what made me stay here for 3 years and still continuing, because it's being Janet McDonald being the operating partner and general manager of the unit, Sydney. She is somebody who is very detail oriented, and she makes sure that everything goes very well. there's no compromise on food safety at all in her, according to her. Not let it be food safety or even cleanliness. And she is a kind of manager who doesn't pull back to clean or wipe or broom. So she has portrayed a best example for me that being a manager, you shouldn't be hesitant to do any job. So it's like you are everything. You can being a manager, manager can be a host, can be a server, can be an expo, can be a cleaner, can be in a washroom, like anything, into dishwashing too. And there were many days when it was busy, I have indulged in dishwashing too, because I felt that was required. And it is not being said by somebody to do it, it is anticipating and looking for job. I mean, look for work and do. That is what I learned being in the restaurant, because there is no specific thing that at this point you have to do this. There's nothing like that, because it keeps on changing according to the situations. So being an employee or being the manager, I realized that always be on your toes and not laid back. The energy level is really important to handle that rush. And sometimes we might not be even be able to eat food. There are many days that I have been working from morning till night and I couldn't get a chance to have a meal. So that is a challenge, but still I feel that I'm capable enough to do that. So there are a few challenges like that in the environment of being in the manager position of a busy restaurant. So apart from that, I didn't face I don't have anything negative to say much, because I feel I have been treated really well, and employees are satisfied too. Like most of them are satisfied, but like as usual, like there's no workplace where the employee satisfaction is 100%. But I am looking forward for that. I'll try to change whatever that needs to be changed, and I'll make sure that what I feel that I need to work on is as a management team, what I feel that the change that needs to be done is I need to improve the consistency of employees that's being recruited, because there was a lot of recruitment happening, and then people leave like much sooner than they promised to stay. So that is resulting in our overall operations and the quality that we deliver, because training people and then getting into the floor, and then soon if they go, then it's very difficult when it is the season. Like for example, during the December times we were busy, and when we were short, it'll be very difficult to manage, and that will overall affect the guest satisfaction and the ratings of the restaurant altogether. So maintaining hiring and recruiting people or the employees who can dedicate and who is interested in working in such field can make a huge lot of difference, I feel. And that's what I learned from this thing, being a manager. And another thing which I learned is that you need to have a lot of patience. Patience is a key to be in this position, because you will have many situations to lose your temper or patience in a day, or even in an hour you'll have 100 reasons to lose. But at the end of the day, you realize that there's no point in losing, because it is all something which you can handle. It is just, if you consider all things as a challenge, and if you think that, oh, I can do it, we can certainly do it. There is a way out. Definitely there is a way out. And what I have put in my, I can say I have put in my 100%, being in like studying as well as working. But it is not right to say that, but still I feel that I have given more importance or my time and dedication to work, because I find I feel responsible for what I hold, or what position I hold. So that's the reason. And apart from that, considering when I look at the first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks of my internship, it's a huge difference, even though it's a like short time. But at the last 2 weeks, like last 2 weeks, I was very confident. I don't feel that I need to shadow somebody, because first 2 months of the first 1.5 to 2 months of the internship, I was being shadowed for closing and opening. But soon after that, I started doing it on my own. I can open and do all the duties by myself, and even the closing duties, checking up and cleanliness and overall security and safety, everything, even cash. I do the cash outs. I do the cash outs for takeouts and for the system for the entire day. Enter it in the diary. Mention the issues and all. I'm like really confident and getting more faster in getting things done. So that is really an important change that happened in me, and I feel that this internship has helped me increase my capability a lot more than what I imagined or what I thought I can pull in. And for the first 2 weeks, it was really stressful because just being changing from server to the management team and a lot of responsibilities I have mentioned before, it seemed kind of impossible for me, and I was kind of doubting myself that if I'll be able to handle all and remember such, because remembering things is like the most difficult part, because you can't write or like people suggest you can make a checklist, but there are maybe 50 things or 80 things in a checklist that can be mentioned in a checklist, but there are another 50 to 100 items which can't be mentioned in a checklist because it just comes on the situation. So those things were really was really challenging and difficult for me in the start, but thank God I picked it up fast, because I was keen on getting the internship done well, because this is my second and last internship, and I would like to get I prefer to get most of it, because the experience that we do practically impacts the overall knowledge and skills in a drastic way. So I really feel that I have achieved I have achieved great in this internship. I can really say that, and I look forward to work with the ESET Marius, considering the career options and the way the management is. So that's all about it. And what else? I thank you, Megan Ringer and Mary Jane Morrison, for the opportunity for the internships. And I know you take a lot of effort in getting students placed in internships and jobs. And I got this job in 2019 November without during a job fair that happened in CBU. So I'm really thankful to you for that opportunity that you have given, and that's the reason why I'm here. Because even before that, I have dropped a resume in Reset Marius and I was not called in, but with the job fair I got it. So your efforts are like really helping a lot of students like me. So from the starting position I have reached here, it's just because of what our hospitality team, BHTM program team, is doing for the students. So it's really a great experience, and the program itself, the BHTM program itself, is something which I feel is worth taking and investing that 3 years into, because it definitely develops you. And thank you so much. And if there is any more questions or anything that needs to be known, please feel free to contact or have a conversation. I'm ready to answer anything, any concerns that need to be that you need to know. Okay, and thank you very much. Have a good day.